He went to
Literally
Medford.
every time I have like a little sharp pain in my back now, it's like a PTSD, dude.
Can I tell him?
Yeah.
Oh, he was in Medford, and
Medford.
like the whole
yeah.
the whole thing happened there, right?
Yeah, dude.
He-
Whole 8 hours
Tell him that it's not pronounced Medford. It's
You wanna tell him?
Medford.
Medford? What?
Let me see.
Yeah,
It-
here. I'll let him explain it to you. It's fucking
pass him the mic, pass
hilarious.
him the mic.
What's up, dude?
What's up, man?
Hey, so I'm like traveling in my truck and I'm just going all over the country and I ended up in Medford. And
It's not Medford. It's Medford.
Medford. Okay, yeah, it was a pretty
Yep,
shitty
yep.
town.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible.
Yeah, dude, it was pretty run down. So I wanted to go rock climbing, so I just Google Maps some like something that looked like a mountain, and I go up to it and I get to the face of the mountain. I'm like, ah, shit, I gotta poop real bad. So I walk back to the bathrooms like 30 minutes back. I'm sitting on the toilet and I can't poop. I'm like, dude, what the hell is this? Like a real bad gas bubble or something. And so I'm like, I don't want to go hiking. I want to get up the mountain. I'm like stuck in between a rock and a hard place. I'm like, okay, now I really have to poop. And so I just sit in my car. I'm like, I'll put some sunscreen on, whatever, and wait. And I get, and then just the pain comes back. I'm like, oh, what the hell is this? Try pooping again, nothing. I'm like, all right, I'm not even going to risk it. So I left there and I was going to go do some DoorDash. And I'm driving down the road. I get like 10 minutes down the road and I have to jump out of my car and I'm just rolling on the ground in the worst pain in my life. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is this? I just dropped out of my car onto the grass and I'm rolling around like a dying bug. I got my cell phone next to me and I'm just looking up at the sky and I'm like, dude, is this how it ends right here? Like, I can't move my body. I'm sweating like crazy and I'm just like, what the hell's going on? Find a porta potty, try and poop again. Nothing. Get in my car. I'm like, dude, I guess I got to do some DoorDash and work this out. I get to Chipotle. I've got an order. I'm waiting in line for like 2 minutes. And I have to use the bathroom. I'm like, dude, I got to go see what this is. So I get in the bathroom. Cut to like 30 minutes of sitting on the toilet. I'm butt ass naked. I got my shoes on. I'm on the phone with my mom. I'm like, Mom, what the hell's going on? I'm like, my appendix just burst, or I'm having a kidney stone. She's like, what the hell? Like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like cussing, swearing at her, and she's trying to calm me down. I'm like, I'm naked in a Chipotle bathroom. I don't know what the fuck to do. And she's like, oh my God, like, she's like, can you drive? And I was like, no, there's no fucking, I've been here an hour. She's like, oh my gosh, you need to call an ambulance. And I was like, oh, Mom, I don't have fucking ambulance money. I gotta drive myself. Send me the address of the hospital. So I drive all the way to the hospital, and like that's a real common drive, you know, hitting every stoplight, just fucking ridiculous. Get there, nowhere to park. It's all doctors and pediatrician parking in the front, so I gotta park in the fucking back. And I walk in and they're trying to do a COVID test on me, asking me where I've been and like where I'm coming from. Like, dude, I live in my truck. I'm coming from the Chipotle bathroom. Like, I don't have COVID. I'm dying. And they're like, oh my gosh, do you need the ER? And I'm like, yeah, dude, I fuck, is this not the ER? And they're like, no, you have to walk around the building. I'm like, can I walk through it? I see double doors. And they're like, no, I can't let you go through there unless you're admitted to the hospital and you need the ER. And I'm like,
then fucking admit me.
Yeah, I'm like, can anybody walk with me? And they're like, no, we can't. I'm like, dude, fuck you guys. So I'm walking around the building. I'm like leaning up against the glass of the building, just like making it by. I get to the next opening and they're like, oh hey, blah blah blah, where you coming from, where you been, same thing. I'm like, dude, it's not fucking COVID, I need to find the ER. And they're like, oh, you're looking for the ER? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, this isn't it. I'm like, dude, where is it? And they're like, it's the next door. I'm like, holy, do you have a wheelchair or anything? Like, I can't walk anymore. And they're like, no, we don't really have them. Like, all right, fuck you guys. So I leave there and I'm walking around the back of the building where they like deliver food and like the ambulance goes and everything. And I just remember thinking like, dude, don't collapse back here. Nobody's gonna find you if you fall on the ground. So I make it into the place and I fall down once I get in and they're like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, it's a fucking kidney stone. And they're like, oh my gosh, we need to get you admitted. We'll get some drugs in you. And they dope me up and I spend the next 8 hours like pissing, just like I could spit more than I'm pissing over the next 8 hours. I'm in the worst pain of my life. I finally leave there. I'm on like 2 shots of Tiradol, 2 shots of morphine, and the nurse slipped me a Percocet as I was leaving because I was worried that the pharmacy wasn't going to be open. So she's like, well, I'll give you something for tonight. I was like, okay, thanks. Ate it in the hospital. I go back to the front to the people that were so kind to admit me, and they're like, oh my gosh, how are you doing? Like, are you all right? That seemed pretty bad earlier. I'm like, yeah, dude, like, I'm pretty fine now. Like, I'm all doped up on drugs. And we're chit-chatting for a little bit. They're talking about kidney stones. And I'm like, am I free to go? Do I need to check out at all? And they're like, nah, you can go. I'm walking out. I'm like, dude, I am fucked up right now on painkillers. Why'd they let me drive? So I went to CVS to get my prescription. I come out of CVS with my prescription. I go to put my key in the door of my car. And I just start pissing my pants right there in my basketball shorts. And it's just running down my leg. Like, this is more than I pissed in like 8 hours, and it doesn't hurt. So I'm like, dude, just let it happen. It's filling up. It's soaking my socks. It's literally filling up my shoes. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck is this? And I just have to lean against my car in the Walgreens parking lot, like, fucking let it happen. I got in my car, I took off all my clothes, I dried myself off with a towel, and I went to my hotel room. That my mom got me a hotel room. She's like, I don't want you staying in your truck tonight. I'm like, thank you. So I went back to my hotel room and took a shower, and yeah, dude, fuck Medford.
Yeah.
Alright, there, that's your story. Here's Chance.
Oh, fuck. That's fucking... Wait, was it a kidney stone?
Yeah, it was a kidney stone, yeah.
God. I was like, wait, what was it? Fucking cliffhanger. No, I'll be good. I'll be good.